Hello guys, we are back for the next episode of my NHL 14 BAGM mode commentary with the New Jersey Devils. On the last episode, we got up to the trade deadline and got an interesting comment from a Camden Ramirez telling me to go after Matt Moulson because the Wild will retain up to $1 million of his salary. And I can do that, and I can also get Kyle Brodziak, but if I want Brodziak, I won't be able to get salary from them. Because I've actually done this trade in a GM mode before. Like, not this trade, but one very similar to it. Okay, so take a look at Matt Moulson. He's 86 overall, 3.03 on his contract for one more year, so he's a rental. He's a first-line player, so that's obviously good. I don't have any registered first-line players. 4.5-star shot, so he can get 20 to 30 goals. 4.5-star puck skills, so he can get anywhere from like 30 to 40 assists. Great senses, and good poise, so he'd be great for the playoffs. Very disciplined, and he's not bad defensively, so he's not unreliable. He's got 42 points on the year, and he's a plus 11 with only 6 penalty minutes and 11 power play goals. 13.8% shooting percentage. He's got 5 game winners, so I definitely agree that I want Matt Moulson on this team. Unfortunately, it means I'd have to give up my my idea of getting a great top 4 defenseman. I'd only have to settle for a decent one. I've got one in mind. Okay, where is he? Oh yeah, I also want to improve my 4th line center by getting Kyle Brodziak. He's only 2.7, and he's got 2 years left on his deal. And if the whole Zach Smith thing doesn't work out, I can get him. Very balanced player. He doesn't have bad discipline, senses, or anything. And his puck skills are 83 across the board, which in my opinion is basically 4-star. Everything else is 4-star, good defensively, decent face-off, so he'd be much better than Smithson on that 4th line. So what I'm going to do, I know exactly how to do this. Unfortunately, I have to give up someone that I don't really want to do this, because if you'll take a look, I don't want to give up any of my draft picks. I've set that in stone already. As you can see, I don't really have a lot of players we could trade value. Jelinos and Merrill I want to keep. Zajac I need for this year, as well as Ruutu. Henrique gets up to an 86, so I don't want to lose him. Larson and White are my 2 best defensemen right now. So as you can see, and Nyquist I just traded for, and I don't want my GM rep to go down. If you'll notice, with this trade right here, they only have 2 mil cap space. So if I want to, say, trade away Elias for this, that trade would go through, but it's not enough value. So doing this trade, I won't be able to get them to retain any of Moulson's contract, but that won't matter. I'm going to trade them Damon Severson, because this right here, and then I add in Smithson. I think that by itself will go through. I might need to add a sweetener pick, because they don't want to give up either Brodziak or Moulson, but they want Severson and Smithson, so I'm hoping that the values balance themselves out. So let's just do this. God damn it, now I gotta go back to the top. I don't like the way the menus work in this game, honestly. See, it went right back to the... God damn you. All the way back to the top. There we are. Alright, so, as you can see, Severson for Moulson straight up will go through. Severson for Moulson and Brodziak won't go through, but if I add Smithson, it might. Alright, let me see if I can't get anything else out of them. I highly doubt it. Yep, too far off, so let's say I want a 3rd round pick. Still too far off. And, as you can see, it's just barely not good enough for them now right here. So I do have to add a sweetener pick, so... Or maybe I can give them... You know what, let me give them an unsigned player. Matching block, I can give them Thompson or Thomas, or Johnson rather. Neither of which I really care about. Both of them are kind of horrible, but it could add just enough sweetener onto it. Yes, it will. Alright, so there's Matt Moulson. I forgot to start my timer. Holy crap. So, let's go ahead and get him on the team. Let's just do, well, not best lines for now. We do need Brodziak on that 4th line right away. Now, I'm thinking scratch Carter right now, but I do want to trade away someone now that I've got Moulson. Got too many players in the organization. Moulson will go on the top line. That's decided. What's Ruutu's points like? Probably should have taken a look at this beforehand. 16, 32, 8, and 48. And then over here, we've got 25, 20, 45. Moulson actually doesn't have as many points as the rest of the guys on my team, 42, but I think he'd be better on the first line with Zajac and Eliash, since Eliash is my top point guy right now. And then since Yager seems to be coming up a bit, Route 2, Yager, and Smith, and then Henrique, Ward, Nyquist. That right there is good. It has me scratching Carter. I still do want to get a better defenseman than Andy Green, since Andy Green never gets any better, and I usually wind up trading him away anyway. So, God, I love this band. Let's go to the trade block and see. Now, I actually took a look, and there's not a lot of guys available for me. So let's go with defense any role. I don't care what role they are, and I want them at least 84 overall. This actually cuts out the player that I had my eye on before, which is Cody Franzen of the Maple Leafs. He's having a great year. I actually checked his stats. But these are the guys in between 84 and 99. See, the best player there is Stefan Robidas. Defensive defenseman, but he's a -1 on the year. And then there's Brian Campbell of Florida. He's way overpaid, $7 million, Jesus. And then Brad Stewart, Ferentz, Timonen, Enstrom, Sekera, White picking in, Niskanen, Gleason, Vlasic, all these guys. Take a look at him. Brad Stewart, not doing too bad. Andrew Ferentz. You know, he's having a pretty good year. But he's really old, and that's one thing I want to try to avoid, which automatically puts out Timonen. Enstrom. You know, he's not having a good year for the kind of puck skill stats that he has. Sekera, he's a +20. Holy shit. Oh, no wonder that they're doing so well this year. Sekera's whipping ass this year. Take a look at Vlasic, then. Marc-Andre Vasek, he could still get a little bit better. 29 points, +3. 4 stars everywhere, 4.5 star skater, 4.5 star defense. It's pretty good. Might not be able to get Vlasic, but let me try to do it. They don't want to give up Vlasic, and they don't have a lot of cap room, but we do have a good rep with them, and that's always a good thing. Who's matching their trade block? Andy Green does match their block. I'm taking on a tad bit of salary. They don't want to give him up, and they want Green. So let's see who else is matching their block I can give up. I do want to try to trade away Jansen for something. Well, actually, since... Well, then they have too many players in their organization. Oh, these are the skaters they're giving away. Let me see. They're giving away prospects. Who's this Tarasov guy? 2.5. Already good discipline. 22. What are their stats like in the minors? -2. No, thank you. Alright, so there's no prospects I want, and they can't take another player. Either that or it just puts them too far over cap. And none of my undrafted players match, and I don't think they can take on Brodor's salary, even if I get a backup back. They could use another goalie, though. I'm surprised he's not on their trade block, honestly, their needs. Vlasic would be a perfect get, and I can't do Vlasic for Green, that won't work. I'd like to give them another player, but I might not be able to do this. Trying to think of a way to get this done. Could retain a... Oh, I can't retain any more salary, apparently. Retaining too much as is. That right as it is won't go through. I need something to sweeten that deal, and I don't want to give up draft picks. I could send them Kujawinski, but I don't know if I want to give up Kujawinski for Vlasic. Let's see, who else do they have? They have Boyle, but he costs a whole lot. And he's really old. Vlasic is their second best defenseman, so I can't get anyone better than that. Burns costs too much. I mean, unless I wanted another center, I don't think I can get anything else out of them. I mean, I could try after their first round pick since they want to give it up, but they don't want Kujawinski. And Kujawinski right now is only about as valuable as their pick. Looks like I'm not getting Vlasic. I don't think I have any way to make that work. Alright, well, first of all, let me see what I can get for Brodeur, if any team wants him besides the, where's Brodeur? If any team besides the Bruins want him, because if the Bruins want him, I need to somehow take some salary off their hands. I don't want to trade him to the Rangers, if possible. It looks like no one else wants him. But Anaheim can take him. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I forgot they trade it fast. I don't think that'll work, no. Too many players in their organization. Boston wants him. That will work, too many players in their organization. We already have a good rep with them. You know what? Playoff run for the Miners. It doesn't mean our block needs value isn't there whatsoever. You know, it looks like that's not going to happen. They don't want Brodeur. I don't think they can afford to take him anyway. The Rados, no. Stars, I think I'm able to get the first round pick out of the Stars. They're trading Tim Thomas, and no wonder. Brodeur for Neil Strip in a first. Not enough value. Oh, looks like that's not happening. I think I already have their first round pick. I should know. I spent like 4 hours trying to get it out of them, and there's no way I'm getting their pick. I love it, but... Arnett with the value, not interested in what I'm sending. I might only be able to trade him to, that won't even go through too many goalies. That won't go through too many goalies. Not gonna happen. Too many goalies. Damn, this is tough. Okay, that'll work. I didn't want to trade him to the Rangers, but frees up some salary and then gets DPH on the team permanently. Unfortunately, StarSaje is probably just going to be released at the end of the year. Or if he's got... Nope, he's got multiple... He's only got 1 year. Okay. So now, defenseman. I have to go to roster moves to get this done, so I'll meet you back at the trade screen. Alright, now that's done. Made it... apparently I've made it clear that I won't be able to get the top 4 that I want. So if we lower that by 1 overall point... Oh, apparently I made it so that the... Really? Maximum rating 83, but minimum rating... Oh, jeez, that was dumb of me. Alright, let's take a look at what we have. Salo, Brewer, Orpik, Murray, Boscheman, Ehrhoff, Quincy, Carl, Robodos, Demirs, Bailey, Garrison. Alright, so let's take a look at all these guys individually. So we got Demirs, Petrie, Goligoski, Franzen is the one I was looking at, Schmid, Falk. He's on a 2-way deal right now. Good offensive defenseman with good, he's having a good year, 30 points plus 6, but I want to take a look at Cody Franzen. Because he is having 30 points, but he's plus 12 this year. 4.5 shot, 4.5 skate, 4.5 puck skills, 5-star senses, 4-star defense, 4-star physicality, which is good. He's got relatively good shot. He's a great skater, very good passing. He's not even bad body checking either. He's got very good strength, and he's defensively responsible. It's just he lacks poise. And that's the only issue I might have with him. He won't be good come playoff time. They're also trading away Gunnarsson. He's a -2, so no. What else we got? Mark Stewart. I'm surprised I even know all these guys' names. Mike Methot? Mark Methot. I know a lot of these names. Obviously, Jeff Schultz. No. Goligoski. 34 points, but being paid 4.6, so no. Petrie, I think, yeah, -13, that's not happening. Daly, +4. Andy Green is the one I'm trying to trade. You know, by searching this way, I can actually tell which players have a lower trade value than Green, so I can sort of just do that swap. So, got Demers, Emlyn, Volchenkov. So I'd have to give up something extra to get Franzen. Meanwhile, Demers, Emlyn. No. Robodos, Carl, Quincy. Quincy? No. Although I'd like to hurt Detroit's chances of making the playoffs so I can get a better pick. Ehrhoff, good points, not good plus-minus. Beauchemin, good plus-minus. Very good plus-minus. Murray, no. Total point production. Orpik, total point production. Brewer, horrible plus-minus. Sammy Salo, not bad for a bargain, but after looking over all of these guys, I gotta hurry it up because I want to get to the playoffs in this video, for better or worse. I think it's going after Franzen, that's the best call here. So what I want to do is Franzen. See, if I'm making a playoff push, I'd rather have Green than Fane since, you know, better players. He's got good poise. It's just this year he's a -7. He's got 27 points, though. So he could put up points, and goal scoring is where I'm struggling this year. Meanwhile, Mark Fane's only got 6 points, and he's a -1. If Mark Fane had 15 points, I guarantee you we'd be in a better spot this year. So I think if I trade Fane for Franzen, that itself won't go through. But I can give them Kujawinski. And this is why I was sort of saving Kujawinski. He's like my rainy day option. See, Kujawinski for Franzen itself won't go through because they don't want to give him up and they don't want to take him, but they do want Fane. So I'm thinking I can get something else extra back. It's a stretch going for the first round pick, so... See, all these first round picks is sort of just banking on the future. Alright, well, let me try this. No, they don't want that, especially because it's their first round pick. Let me try the second. They have a right-wing prospect that I'd like to take off their hands, and I can get rid of another 2 fourth-round picks by doing it. Kozin for Jansen, simply because Kozin's got a slightly better future. And I know I can probably find a guy like Kozin in the draft, but he won't be ready for a while, so let me just give them 4th. I know a 4th and a 4th will work. But if I give them another 4th, I might be able to get a 3rd this year. Nope. I'll try a 3rd next year then. Nope. Then just take that off and take that off. There we go. There we are. Got some deals done. Still neutral with them. Man, all these deals making me thirsty. Alright. So, this is how it's going to work. First, 3rd, 2nd, 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1st, 3rd, 4th, and scratch. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. And then, as you can see, that helps my minor league team get a little bit better. And then we have White and Franzen, Green and Larson, Martinez and Merrill. And I'm going to bring up... I'm going to swap Merrill and Salvador. I need poise for the late run. And that's what I'm sort of banking on here. Merrill's been good, but I do want the extra poise. So, as you can see, that leaves a massive gaping hole on D. I'm banking on Salvador to put a better defensive production than Green, which is why he's going on the 3rd defensive pairing. And then Franzen with the amount of points he's put up this year, and then Larson with his great play this year. and then green and white makes up a very solid second line. I'm pretty sure Franzen was doing this on the first line. He's got 3 power play goals, so he's good on the power play as well. So let's put him on the power play. Going with Larson. Yep, that helps the power play compete, actually, because I've had a two-way defenseman on the power play for a while. Also, I also need to get Moulson on that power play, because Moulson's ridiculous on the power play. How many power play goals does Elias have? 9. Moulson's got 14, I think. What's Ruutu got? 3. Okay, so that means Ruutu's not doing too well on the power play. Let's see. Zajac, what are you doing on the power play in terms for goals? You got 5, okay. And then Zajac, I don't think you're doing too well on the power play. I'm not sure, though. No, you've got 8 power play goals. Let's keep you up there. I think Yager's been good on the power play. He should be. 17 goals for them on the power play. Okay. So yeah, so Moulson, Elias. I forgot to check how many power play goals Elias has. 9. Okay, so 9, 5, 14, and then you got these guys. Franzen, Larson, white and green. And then Henrique, Elias, Moulson, Larson, Martinez is going to be swapped. Want to make sure they keep their same... Yep. Alright, now penalty kill. Yes, I know that leaves a hole. Salvador, that's your job. You better do well in that penalty kill, Salvador, I swear to God. Otherwise I'm going to look like a moron. I probably am for putting him there instead of Merrill, but in my opinion, I think it's better for the long haul. So it's going to be green and white. And then throw Franzen on there. I don't think Franzen will get any better, but for the playoff push, I think it's a good good move. Alright, and then take a look at the minors. Should have automatically injected him into there. Yep, so let's just do best lines for now. I'm okay putting Boucher on the second line with Maxwell and Whitney. He'll get plenty of points there. Ferrero, you go up there, actually. Much rather have Whitney on the third line. Stack those top 2 lines with the best players I have. And then Merrill, Jelinos, Lundin, Sal, Harold. Okay. Okay, I'm very happy with that. And then a goalie. Alright. So, that takes care of the trade deadline. Okay. Hold up, boys. Phone. Alright, sorry about the delay, guys. I had to bring some stuff into the house, but I'm gonna do some last-second trading here. I've got 2 phones, and basically this amounts to 6 attempts to offload players I don't want. Which would be Grand Black. Find a team that wants them, and then basically just give me garbage back for them. No one wants them. Fantastic. Let's see, who do I want to give away? Miles Bell would be a better option, because people would actually want him. Tampa, Vancouver, Anaheim. Let's see what Vancouver. He doesn't have good trade value. I can get a 3rd pick for him. I don't care if it was in their favor. I don't really... I didn't really want him on my team anyway. Alright, center, we've got Graham Black, who I don't think anyone's going to want to take. Let's see. I don't think Hoffel or Boychuk actually do any playing. And I already traded for Goodrow, so I can't trade him away. Herbanka. There we are. I can get better potential players at defense than him. They don't want to give up the 3rd round pick. Next. Nope. Alright. I don't mind that. 3rd round pick for Miles Bell. Cody Bass. Cousin. Franzen. Alright, those are all the trades so far. Alright, let's see if I can't find a taker for 3rd round pick Herbanka. Whoa, I am stacked this year. 4 picks, Rangers, mine, LA, Detroit, Buffalo, mine, San Jose, Washington, mine, Vancouver. Jesus. Alright, let's see. I'm not using Helgeson either, and he could be more valuable. But Helgeson's got a higher ceiling, so no. Phoenix! You can always use more defensemen, right? I don't want to give up their third. Philly! More than 45 skaters. I probably should have checked that before just smashing the button. Trade deadline's always fun, isn't it? Alright, no. Calgary! Tell me you want to give up a third-round pick. No, you don't. Assholes. Colorado! Hey, what's up? Too many skaters in your organization. Columbus! No third-round pick. Fantastic. Edmonton! No third-round pick to even trade away. Florida! Go to hell. Minnesota! They don't like me. Nashville! Philly, too many skaters. They don't want to give up their pick. I've already done some deals with Vancouver. Too many players in their organization. God damn it. Winnipeg? I'm pretty sure I already asked them about this trade. Tell you what, third round pick this year, and I'll give you a fourth round pick in 15. Nope. Looks like I can only get a fourth round pick for Herbanka. Honestly, it's better because I could probably find someone with better trade value in the fourth round than him. It's Herbanka I want to give away, not Helgeson, right? Yep. Okay. Ducks want him. Give me a fourth. Never mind. Let's go back to Winnipeg. Because they can actually accept him. Give me a fourth this year and a fourth next year. Still no? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Man, I didn't think I'd have this much trouble just trading away a crap player. I like how I traded away my fourth round pick to them this year, but I'm getting theirs back. Jesus Christ, you know what? Screw it. Eric Cole for a first round pick and Cody Beach? Eh. Ian Cole got sent down. I might be able to pick him off waivers. I wouldn't mind that. Ian Cole instead of Salvador? Yeah, let's just get rid of these, because apparently no one else wants the guys I want to give up. GM reps dropped, and no one dropped through waivers for me. God. Well, but I think I'm a winner in that trade deadline. Now, we've got the rest of this month, and a few games next month, so... Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 11 games this month, so... In order to secure a playoff spot in 11 games, I want to win 6 of them. 1 overtime loss, 4 regulation losses. That's 6 and 5 with 1 overtime loss is something I could live with, so... I will see you guys at the end of the month. Alright, we're back, and we did about as well as I hoped we would do. We went 7-1 on the month, starting with a loss to Detroit. That one hurt, because we want to put them out of the playoffs. But then we beat the top team in the conference, and then the Flyers, which is awesome. And then the another team vying for a playoff spot. And then we lost here, and then we beat a good Bruins team, lost to the Wild. And then we lost to the Rags. We beat Clarkson's new team, and then we beat them, but we lost the Islanders, and then beat them again. So we have the Sabres, not a playoff team, Capitals, not a playoff team, one of the best teams in the conference, not a playoff team from the Western Conference, a playoff contender for our conference, a playoff contender for our conference, and a playoff contender for our conference. So all but 2 of our remaining games are against someone that is at least contending, I believe. Moulson's got 27 goals, 3 behind Taves. Rucci's got 40 assists, 8 behind Parise. We are third, 6 points ahead of the Penguins. And 1 point against the Florida. Damn, it looks like Detroit's going to get into the playoffs unless Ottawa can step it up. Let's do my monthly recap, and then... Looks like we're going to make the playoffs. We don't have a clinch spot yet. We can still drop out. let's see. We are still 6 points out of the 8th spot, with Ottawa literally right behind. So if Detroit can lose out and then Pittsburgh and Ottawa get into the playoffs, I'd be very happy about that, simply because I'd get like a 17th pick as opposed to like a 23. The conference isn't clinched yet, but it's pretty much assured it's going to be between these two guys. Alright, now let's take a look at my stats. Got goals for, it's up to 2.51, up from like, I think it was 2.4 before. Our goals against average has dipped by 0.06, but that's, I think, respectable. Our power play's up to 10th at 18%, so getting Moulson was the right call. Thank you. Thank you for recommending I get Moulson. Looks like he really helped the team. And then our penalty kills up to 85.4, top 10, top 7 actually. So that's also very good. We've only got one shorthanded goal, and we're only 6 out of our last 10, but hell, Moulson's helping the team, and he took over the team league in goals from Eliash, so looks like it was definitely the right call getting him. Ruutu is still putting up good amount of points there. Let's take a look at our team by position. Zajac 52, 39, 24, 16. Brodziak's an even. I think he was a -1 when I got him, so that's good. Henrique is only a -7. That's better than I expected, honestly. Did not mean to change teams. Eliash and Moulson, both pluses. Nyquist actually gained a plus that month. That's awesome. Smith and Jones, both -3. Those are both respectable for the fourth line. So yeah, Eliash and Moulson, 51 and 50. And then, I did not mean to do that. And then you got 52 for Zajac. And 59 for Ruutu. Jesus Christ. Plus 21 for Ruutu. Yogs is a -7 at 43 points. So he's putting up the points, not being responsible defensively. 25 points for Joel Ward at a +3. I'm happy with that. Franzen, 38 points. And Larson, 36. Green was an even that month. I'll take that. And it looks like everyone else was doing good. Salvador is a +1 in 12 games. I'll take it. Just shows that he's responsible defensively. He's only taken 4 penalty minutes in those games, so that's good. Let's see. Larson actually doesn't have any power play goals, so I think I might put Green on the top power play line for the last few games. As for goalies, DiPietro, I'm banking on Corey Schneider to carry us the entire way, so I don't really mind the fact that he's given up some goals. And since it is the end of the season, I'm going to check the minor league stats as well. I'm hoping my minor league team made playoffs this year. 60, 53, 51, 51, 46. That was a good call getting Kozin, apparently. Burloin was only a -1 that month. Awesome. I got on power play goals. Awesome. How are the goalies doing? They're doing better. Still not good, but better. Alright, so that's not bad. I'm happy with that. Take a look at those progress reports, see if anyone's still growing, especially on the majors. No one. Matteau's still up to 71. Everyone else, same. Jesus Christ, Matteau, you're getting a good shot. Your hand-eye coordination's getting a lot better. Offensive awareness is doing well. Skating's actually going up. Body checking good. He's a power forward. He needs to be a good checker. He's becoming a complete player. I like that. Alright, so let me make that one last change. Okay, so apparently Ruutu's better than Eliash. I gotta put my top point producers on the top line together, so... And then... Alright, so... Just make that one change. Larson on second line pairing with White, and then Green. I don't want to spread them out. I want my first power play to be good. Oh, I probably should have put Henrique on the bottom line and Zajac on the top, considering Zajac's got a lot more points. I'll do that off screen because it's already at 30 minutes and I want to end the video soon. Ugh, Jesus Christ, those menus take forever. Anyway, my minor league team, turns out those moves I made were pretty... Really, Cubby Boolin's in the minors? That's just cheating! Come on! Cubby Boolin should at least be a backup somewhere. Alright, we're second in our conference. Wow, Kincaid's got more wins than Cubby Boolin. Rockland? Of course, they have the most points because they have an 85 overall goalie in their system. I was about to check that, but no. What else was I about to do? Okay, everything's already taken care of, I think. So, alright, what I think I'm going to do since it's not going to take much to get a playoff spot right now. I'll show you just how slow the simulation is here. Just take a few more seconds. Come on. What are you going to do? Yes, 3-2 win. Awesome. Just got to keep those wins rolling. I don't think it'll take much to clinch us a playoff spot at this point, but I want as high a seed as possible. That way, if someone else gets a lower seed and they get out in the first round, specifically Detroit, if I can get them, if they're in the playoffs, if they're the 8th seed and they get knocked out, they'll have the lowest pick. And by that, I mean I'll have the lowest pick. Another 3-2 win against a bad team. Now, this is the team that we need to beat right here. One of the better teams in the league. Come on. Let's do it. Come on, let's go. 3-2. Awesome. I don't care if it was overtime or not. That was still a big win. Alright, let's go up to the Calgary game and check the standings again. Alright, scouting assignment to OHL is done. I should probably check to see if I can do any upgrades. I already know what picks are going to be good this year. I've done the first year of GM modes a lot. Mystil is going to be a first-round pick. DeCall is going to be a first-round pick. Sometimes I see DeCall go as low as 25. On defense, who do you got? Ekblad's going to be a first-round pick, probably second. Siebenaler is going to be a first-round pick. I know that. Karabic, I've never seen. Papin's going to be a first-round pick, probably a late one. Let me go back to the Swedish League, or the Elite League, I think it was. There we are, Vrana and Nylander. Yeah, those are both going to be good picks, and if possible, I'd like to get both of them. Vrana would be a perfect second-line sniper, and Vrana becomes a first-line sniper. Although I never get both of them, as much as I might wish it. Alright, let me check the standings real quick. Still in third. Looks like I'm not going to get the conference. But let me see. I have clinched a playoff spot, so despite some of the struggles earlier, it looks like we pulled it out. I do want the best seed possible, but I'll make sure this video goes another win. Awesome. Go into the playoffs with some momentum. I like this song, too. It's getting me amped for the playoffs. I almost want to don't stop the simulation. I want to go straight into the playoffs, but overtime loss, though. We get a point. That's because DiPietro was in net. Back-to-back, Schneider placed a second, and he gets the win. Of course, put Schneider in for all 32 games. I'll turn automatic goalie rotations off. It's got 39 wins for us this year. Can we end the season on a win? 48, 27, and 7. Come on, let's do it. Yes! 48, 27, and 7. Better than I thought we'd do. Alright, let's see it. 103 points. I was shooting for 95. And looks like Detroit made the playoffs, because I don't know if Ottawa has another game or not. Yep, Detroit made the playoffs. Shit. They got the lowest seed, though. Come on, Ottawa, you couldn't have done a little bit better. Let's take a look at the end of the season stuff right here. Finished 4th in the league, 16th in goals for, 2.55 per game. I'm okay with that. Looks like Schneider is going to win the Jennings. We win the goals against race by 1 goal. Our goals against per game really took a nice little jump there. 13th in power play goals, 19th in total power plays, 12th power play percentage, 17.9. I'm very happy with that. We gave up 3 shorthanded goals, 23rd, which is actually good. We were 7th in the league. Power play goals against, we gave up the 2nd fewest in the league. Only Carolina had a better penalty kill, but we did take, we were 4th in the league in amount of penalties, and 6th in penalty kill percentage. A full percentage point almost behind them, but 84.7 is still good. We only had 2 shorthanded goals, though. Wow. Only LA and Dallas had less, but then again, Dallas clinched their conference, so maybe shorthanded goals aren't everything. We finished the season 8-1-1. Take a look at the final stats for the team on the season. And we'll simulate up to the next round. In the playoffs, each game will be a slow simulation. I will do it at 1 minute intervals for each period, for the third period rather. I'll probably just fast sim the first 2 periods, and then go to the third period, and then slow sim it by a minute. Alright, so let's see who finished the season. Tuomo Ruutu finished the season with 62 points. Very far ahead of anyone else. He had 43 assists. Zajac had 56 points, tied with Elias, and Moulson was 2 behind them. Moulson led the team in goals with 30, followed by Elias, Yager, and Zajac as my top point getters. And Franzen had 35 assists, and so did Larson. 2 defensemen with 42-point seasons plus, I'll take it. 3 defensemen with 35-plus point seasons, again, I'll take it. Ruutu had 99 penalty minutes, that is a concern. With 80? Really? 80 discipline that got him that many penalty minutes? Let's see. Salvador took the least amount of penalties, but of my regular players, that would be Eliash. Lowest plus-minus on the team was Henrique with 5, and then Green with 5, Smith with 5, Jones with 4. So as you can see, our plus-minus is skyrocketed there. Ruutu, 23. Franzen, 19. Moulson, 15, 14, 12, 10. And then we have these 3 guys as my top power play guys. Moulson, Elias, and Zajac together. So yeah, that was a good move putting them together. Brodziak had 2 shorthanded goals. It's not bad, but I'm guessing he had them for other team for the Wild. Elias had the most game winners. Moulson, high shooting percentage. Zajac, highest face-off percentage. Larson threw the most hits. Merrill had the most giveaways. Of my regular players, it looked like Nyquist had the least amount of giveaways. Most takeaways went to Zajac. I wish it would give you the takeaway ratio. Anyway, these are my top 5 for ice time. Take a look at the goalies. Schneider, 2.12 with 92.92 and 4 shutouts. I'd say that's sort of a Vezina year. Let's take a look at the league. Alright, let's see the league leader in goals against per game. Fleury only had 45 games as opposed to Schneider 69, Rene, and then Kaboden. Then after that, Pavlovic was good. Niemi looked like he was the only one close to being a workhorse. Yep, Anderson, Lundqvist, Howard, and Niemi were the workhorses of the league. But it looks like Niemi, right here, 92.86. I think Schneider might win the Vezina this year. Rene's the closest, though, because look at that save percentage. Jesus! The only thing is that Schneider played more games, so I think the Vezina goes between Rene and Schneider this year. I'm not going to show you the minor league stats. They won't have changed too much from when I showed them to you last. Plus, I'm approaching 40 minutes. I want to get to the playoffs in this video. Doing those in-depth analysis of the team, man, they take some time. Yep, nothing much in the way of growth. And as I really should have done throughout the entire team, I got to check my staff upgrades. I have enough to upgrade no one that I care about, just the pro scout. Okay, time to simulate up to the playoffs. Should only take a couple days. There it is. And we get the Rangers in the first round. Oh boy. This is going to be a fun one. Jesus. Let me stop my timer here. Rangers in the first round of the playoffs, man. They got to be pissed about 012. 012, just 2012, man. I mean, I'd be pissed if I was them. Just hearing Doc say it's over. Oh man, one of the greatest moments I've had as a Devils fan. Whew. Alright, let's take a look at the playoff tree, see what we are dealing with. Alright, first round, me and the Rangers. Carolina against Detroit, and Detroit's already up on the series 1-0. Florida's up against the Panthers 1-0. Not the Panthers, the Penguins. Winnipeg's up on San Jose, and Dallas is up on LA. If I'm going to say it right now, if we don't make it, I'm going to go ahead and say Canadians and Stars. That's the one I'm going to go with, Canadians and Stars, if the Devils don't make it all the way there. Alright, and now before I forget, let me turn injuries back on, so that way I don't remember, that way I remember next time. Oh boy. Time to cut out. Well, that was stupid. I meant to go to settings, I accidentally went to edit player. That was dumb. And time for injuries to go back on, so I hope the CPU has been upgrading their medical staff. The only way I see us not at least contending in the playoffs are injuries, and I really hope that we can avoid injuries. I can't upgrade my medical staff right now if I wanted to. Besides, I think it's more important to upgrade your scout. You upgrade your medical staff when you have the time. Alright, so that takes care of that. We've got the Rangers in the playoffs, and my minor league team has another 2 games before they're in the playoffs. If I am out of the playoffs, let's see who I can send to the minors. I don't think I can send anyone. Maybe Nyquist. Anyone who can't pass through waivers on my team? Nope, everyone on my team has to pass through waivers. So if we are out of it, the minor league team has to stand on their own. But if my minor league team gets bounced out, I have 3 defensemen I can call up. 4 defensemen, actually. And in a worst case scenario, I can bring up 1 center, basically, in case of injury. So I'm stacked on D. If there's going to be an injury, I want it to happen on D. I'll bring up Merrill and then Harold. And then Jelinas. Okay. In the next episode, we're going to be taking on the Rangers in slow simulations. Personally, I'm hoping for a sweep, although I know that's not going to happen. Oh yes, very important if you're playing along. You have to make sure if you have automated goalie rotations on that you check to make sure that doesn't happen. I can't tell you how many playoff series I've started and simulated 2 games ahead only to realize my backup was playing because my backup finished the season. And they automatically assume the starter that you have at the end of the season will play playoffs. They won't automatically go for the highest overall goalie, which is a very bad thing because it can lead to, like, say, Talbot playing, like Brodeur playing instead of Lundqvist, or Howard not getting the start over whoever the backup is for Detroit. Anyway, this has been ButteryButters. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the playoffs. See you guys.